Have you ever wondered how the Dark Lord would play as himself in Dead by Daylight? Look no further. I found out how. Hello everybody, Vigo Shadow here, and welcome to the Killer Murder Methods. This is a guide how to play exactly like how the killer would act in the entity's realm. In this video, we'll be playing as the Dark Lord, otherwise known as Dracula. Specifically, the Vlad Tepes Dracula.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
I'll be going over their power, the type of killer they are, their perks, and lastly what they prioritize in order to play just like they would. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the killer's power. So Dracula's power is called Vampiric Shift. His dark power allows him to exact a revenge on humans, taking many forms to terrorize and slaughter them. Very important key term there. Special ability is Shapeshift. The Dark Lord has access to 3 forms and can freely change between them. Each form has unique abilities and strength. The vampire form, in his default state, the Dark Lord can use his powerful Hellfire spell, which creates 8 pillars of flame that erupt from the ground in front of him and can be cast across low obstacles. In the wolf form, the Dark Lord has access to several abilities that allow for more effective tracking. Blood pools and scratch marks are more apparent, and running survivors leave a trail of scent orbs behind them. The Dark Lord can collect these scent orbs to charge a powerful pounce attack and gain a short, non-stacking haste buff. Bat form. While in bat form, the Dark Lord gains the undetectable status effect. Additionally, he moves faster, ignores vault points, and can teleport to any vault points within 32 meters. Survivors become invisible, but scratch marks can be seen. So that is the power for the Dark Lord. Because of the killer's power, we now know the type of killer they are. I pulled up a reference image to showcase different types of killers, and honestly, Dracula is a hybrid killer. He has a lot of things in his kit because of the shape-shifting forms, which allows him to fit into multiple categories. So yeah, technically he fits 4 out of the 5. Not really a control killer, but the rest kind of fit check the boxes. He's a disabler because he can help like pressure loops, essentially with like pallets and windows, so that puts him in the disabler category. He has a stealth component because of his bat. He can go undetectable with that bat. Granted, the bat is loud, so I'd say those 2 categories are like more subcategories for him, but we're going to mainly be focusing on mobility and range. So the mobility portion with the bat, he's able to teleport to certain loops, windows, and pallets. So that's actually a really big thing with mobility. And he gets a little bit of mobility with his wolf form as well. So that's really, really good. And then a range killer. So he has that Hellfire ability that erects the pillars of flame. That's going to be a huge part of his kit because you're going to be able to damage survivors with that projectile or ranged attack pretty well. So yeah, essentially, yeah, it is mainly mobility and it is mainly ranged. Alright, let's move on to the perks next for the Dark Lord. So we're going to see what these perks do to contribute to the Dark Lord's playstyle as well. So let's go ahead and check them out. First, we have Hex Wretched Fate. You see your victims afar and resolve to prolong their suffering. Key. Very key terms. After one generator has become repaired, a random dull totem becomes a hex totem and curses the obsession. The obsession suffers a 33% repair penalty. They also see this hex totem's aura when within 12 meters. The effect persists until the hex totem is cleansed. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. So toil, mortal, toil. Your efforts will be for naught. Dracula. Alright. And then the next perk we have is Human Greed. One can always rely on the avarice of the living and use it to one's advantage. You see the auras of unopened chests, and survivors' auras are revealed for 5 seconds when they enter an 8-meter range. You also gain the ability to kick chests to close them. This ability has a 10-second cooldown. Come running, one and all, and see what fortune awaits you. Dracula. Then we have, for the last perk, it's called Dominance. The power you wield over the land strikes terror in the hearts of all who cross your path. The first time each totem and each chest is interacted with by a survivor, that totem or chest is blocked by the entity for 16 seconds. The auras of blocked totems and chests are revealed to you in white. Tragic, is it not? How powerless you must feel. Dracula. Alright, so we're going to talk about these perks for a little bit here. So honestly, all these perks influence a control type of playstyle for the type of killer there. So honestly, you have literally one dominance is the best example of that. So each time they're interacting with the totem for the first time or chest, it's blocked for 16 seconds. So you're controlling that. You are controlling those pieces of like the chests and the totems. So you control that with block by blocking it. And then the next one is like human greed. So if they're still trying to get into the chests, you can definitely see that and punish them, and you can close that. You're controlling chests. And then lastly, you have Wretched Fate, which essentially is just one survivor, but they suffer a pretty hefty repair penalty, which is 33%. So they're not going to probably do gens right away, and if they did, they're going to be like suffering for sure. So they're going to want to find that totem, go out of their way to find that totem to cleanse it. So yeah, that's actually a lot of control perks in his kit, which makes him a very versatile killer. If we consider his power and his perks. Next, we will delve into what the killer's priorities are. In Dead by Daylight, there are 4 categories. Within these categories, we can see what the killers deem a priority based on their personality within the bio, perks, and dialogue/quotes. I've already combed through a bunch of the lore and other places and found out that this killer's priority mainly focuses on like the suffering of mankind, or like humans for sure. So it says like even in his power here, allows him to exact revenge on humans, taking many forms to terrorize and slaughter them. And that's mainly his whole thing. Even in the bio, it mentions that. So he wants to continue his dark vengeance against humanity. So he is obsessed with enacting this vengeance. He thinks like humans are just wastes of creatures, to be honest. Even like human greed is on here as well. And then this one, you see your victim from afar and resolve to prolong their suffering. So that gives us a very good clue into what their priority would be. The main target is everyone. The main focus is hurting survivors and like breaking stuff. You know, I want them to suffer. So it is about killing them. That is what the Dark Lord wants to do, is kill humans. But the suffering of humans is more satisfying to him. Alright, so before we play, let's make sure we have some things in order so we can play just as the Dark Lord would. First off, we're going to be playing as their base kit with no add-ons so that I don't get an advantage. Second, we're going to focus on the priority. The priority is human suffering. So you want to make sure that we injure all survivors, everybody gets a hook state at least, and then killing them lastly. So that's like a subcategory, killing some survivors. So we want to make sure we injure him, cause as much suffering as possible, even keeping some survivors in the trial so that we can essentially take away that hope and then kill him at the end, which can be very, very difficult, don't get me wrong. And then third, we're going to try to utilize all of these base kit perks. So hopefully we have some people trying to cleanse the totem, and they should with that Wretched Fate. So they're going to want to cleanse that. So we're going to block it for 16 seconds using Dominance. And we have Human Greed. Hopefully they go for chests. So because of that, I'm actually going to throw down a cut coin. Or not cut coin. A coin offering. Yeah, cut coin. So there's going to be 2 chests, so hopefully we get some value out of that. Alright, I'll see you in the match. Alright, we are playing as the Dark Lord on the Shattered Square, Decimated Borgo. We already see the chest at the bottom here. So I'm wondering if that's highlighting where the survivors are. So let's go ahead and take a look here, because it's the only chest we do see. No, they are not over here. So let's go ahead and look elsewhere. Doesn't seem like a lot of places to teleport because you have to travel pretty far. Okay, we already see one. Let's go ahead and... Nice. They don't throw it down. Okay, we actually get her with that. We're able to cut her off a little bit. Okay, we're actually able to get her there. This is our obsession, so she's going to be doing gens a little bit slower. Okay, nice. They don't get the pallet save, but we know where they're at now. Okay, let's see where they are hiding now. We have a scent orb, so we can try to find them out. Oh, whoops. I didn't even mean to hit. They did pre-throw the pallet. That's usually good with the Dark Lord. Oh, wow. They're actually able to evade it. Okay. We hit her once. Let's go into wolf form and then try again. We actually got twice. Crushing dominance. Nice. That was just knocking down 2 survivors. We know another survivor is over there as well, so let's just try to snowball this as much as possible. There's 2 of them. Let's just hook them right there. They can actually definitely take hooks.
Stop with the theatrics.
Oh, it was just the one. We're going to go ahead and hit Rain as well. We want everybody injured. We know Dustin's over there now. Bad opportunity for me to just go bat for him. He actually was walking around the hook. I'm surprised. He's going to go for the save. He gets borrowed. Okay. No worries. We're not going to do that. They have a tremendous speed boost, so let's go ahead and get Dustin. They go for a trade. They try to go for a flashlight, which is good because now I see where V is. We're not going to go ahead and switch to wolf form. I was thinking about it. They don't have Dead Hard because it's their first hook. This is actually really good. We have a really good start of our match with everybody being on Death Hook. Or not Death Hook. Everybody getting 1 hook and everybody being injured at the moment. We're going to stop that heal from happening just to have more suffering, just like we did with Rain. Okay. See what we can do with... Okay, we were able to get Kate as well. Nice. I figure, like, sometimes backing up with the wolf can actually help a lot. This snowball chain is actually really nice. Going back to the hooks. Okay, yep, Dustin was healed up. We're going to go ahead and go back for Dustin now. It almost feels really cheap to do this, but honestly... Okay, we get him with the Hellfire ability as well. We're going to go ahead and take this pallet. And we're going to go ahead and hook him. Oh, V actually had a flashlight ready for us. Rain is there too. They finish a gen despite being injured. Oh, wait. Where am I going with this? Oh, there is a hook over here. I just didn't see it. He might escape. Nope, we still get him. This pallet's still up, which is nice because we can travel to it. Sometimes that's really good. Okay. Yeah, as long as they're running away from the hook, that's good. So we don't have them heal each other. Okay, they get Dustin. We're going to interrupt that heal too. Okay, there's Rain. We're going to go ahead and knock her down. And then we're going to go ahead and disrupt this heal. Yep, so all that healing progress that was done on Dustin is now cut off. Okay, we actually go around the loop there. Nice. We're going to go ahead and hook V. Rain gets up, though. They're able to act pretty fast and get Rain up. Yeah, we're not really giving them a chance, to be honest, and I'm sure the Dark Lord would do the same thing. Just being very merciless with how we're going to survivors that are going to potentially be healed. We do want to cause suffering, and that is the best way. Okay. I already see Kate, so she's going to be doing gens at a pace to where she is going to be... let's just do this. We're going to take that pallet like that. I have not seen anybody interact with a totem or chest yet, and Wretched Fate is still up, so we can try to keep V in play.
Don't be over-dramatic.
Alright, now we're going to be going off to the survivors that are over here, which they are doing gens. They're just foregoing They did actually manage to heal, except Rain. Rain is actually the obsession. Okay, there she goes. We found her. We can actually keep her on, to be honest. Because we still have that... Oh, wait. Flashlight? Oh, she tried. I seen her. Okay, we see her. She's trying to hide, but it's not working too well. We're going to go ahead and chase her out and then have Dustin go for Rain. We're going to keep Rain in the trial because we want that Wretched Fate to go on. We've gotten really good value out of that. The Survivor has not cleansed it at all. Okay, we go after V now. We know where they're healing, so that's good. I think instead, let's do some gen patrol.
What an emotional display.
We're going to go for the gens here. We have 2 regressing. We're going to see if they go for chests. I'm really wondering if they're going to go for chests or anything like that, or that totem that I have over there. Because if they do that totem... Okay, here we found Dustin now. So let's see if they try to go for any chests or totems. We're looking out for that. We're not really getting a lot of value off that beside Hex, Wretched Fate. Okay, we injured Dustin. Let's go ahead and have that. He actually brought us out really in the middle of nowhere. We might be able to pressure Rain into trying to get a med kit from a chest if we go ahead and injure her. Let's leave that pallet up for teleportation and then go ahead and smack this gen. I don't know if you can see auras in the bat form, so let's just keep out of it. We haven't got Human Greed to activate yet at all. This gen was being worked on, and people did see that Hex Totem, so I'm wondering what happened there. Okay, we actually just see the chests in the basement, honestly. I don't know why. Maybe that one's just always highlighted, so we know where the basement's at. They might try to find each other for a heal. Let's go around in bat form here. Okay, we found Dustin up top here. Let's go ahead and smack this gen. Nobody's going for totems or chests right now. Not even for like healing items. They're just trying to go for just gens, and that's not a bad idea, especially with right here. Let's actually just kind of like entertain the chase. We're gonna be playing around. Destroying pallets. Rain's probably trying to get some gens done. So let's go ahead and go back to that gen that she was working on. Just kind of scare her a little bit. I wonder if she's seen us going to the gen. I'm kind of prolonging the match, I'm not going to lie. So let's just go ahead and try to end it. We don't get a chance to use Human Greed. Or Dominance, for that matter. But we know if we have Rain. We know if we're actually chasing Dustin that Rain is actually doing the gens very, very slow. We can get more points off of this, so we can try to get as much pallets as possible. We're going to go ahead and just chew through every pallet. Maybe we can actually get him to see the shack pallet, or the shack hex. Okay, they go through the window. Not a bad idea. We might try to go for the pallet next. I was going to say, if they revolt it. There we go. Throw it. No, wow. They're just going to... Okay. Well, if they're going to continue to cheese it like that, we'll just go ahead and kill them. Rain is still injured. She has not found anything. We have not activated Dominance. We have not activated any of these perks. But we did manage to pretty much kill everyone. We see her right now, actually. We've seen her running. We know that. So she's hiding around currently. Yep, she thinks it's right here. Okay, we know where she is. Okay, she's actually playing this pretty safely. We can go ahead and see if she runs out. Last thing we want to do is have her run out from this side, yeah. Gives her a chance to find the hatch. She's actually making a lot of distance. She got that gen pretty far done. I don't think I had enough there. Oh wow, she still went for it. Okay, let's just try to pounce and catch up. What? I only had 1 pounce charge? She actually might make it. Wow, she gets to the hatch. That's kind of crazy that there's probably been so many opportunities where I could have got her, to be honest. But like, I just messed up so hard. Either way, honestly, that was our match with the Dark Lord. We didn't get any of our perks to activate, which is very sad. Unfortunately, so we didn't get anybody interacting with the chest. We didn't get anybody interacting or with a totem. So Dominance did not do anything. The Hex Wretched Fate was up the entire time, which was a lot because that was 33% repair penalty. And they should have seen where the totem was. So either way, that Hex alone was able to do a lot of damage for our match. And we were able to essentially cause suffering to all survivors. Everybody got a hook state. Everybody got close to death hook. Rain is the one that escaped, but she was literally on death hook anyway. So that doesn't really matter as much. So either way, yeah, that's how you play the Dark Lord. Thanks for watching. Vigo, signing off.